Hey, this is LDirector. Welcome to another super awesome, super cool, super exciting LDirector tutorial. And as you can tell, I've had some sugar today because I'm talking a mile a minute. Isn't that cool? So today's episode, we're going to go ahead and dive headfirst in After Effects. Let's go and roll up our sleeves. That's what that sound is right there. And we're going to take some footage that you may end up with sometimes, where it's just a bunch of still photos like this. And you're like, oh my gosh, I have to make a movie about this. I got to key it. There's so much work to be done. But that's okay because After Effects makes it easy. We'll go and minimize that. Open up After Effects. So here we go. First off, you've got your project window here. And we double click down here in the project window to import footage. And I'm going to go find this set of shots that we want to use. And I know it's in my downloads folder. So we're going to go into my downloads. Godiva close, and there they are. And we want to do it as footage and as a PNG sequence. Now by checking the sequence box, it's going to only have to click on the first one and it'll import the rest of them and hook them all up as a big flipbook. It's really, really cool. Check this out. So it's importing it now. And there we go. And you can tell by these multiple icons that it's an image sequence. Now, if you've never used After Effects before, that's okay. I'm going to walk you through this. I may go fast, but hey, it's a video, so you can pause, rewind, fast forward, do whatever you need to do. I'm going to just click on the icon for this, drag it down to this little film strip. This will create a new composition that's got all the right settings for it based upon the image sequence. Now, there's a couple issues right off the bat. First, I got to key this, and second of all, the aspect ratio is off. Whoever did this didn't do a very good job, so I got to fix it. So we're going to go over to our Effects and Presets panel. We'll start with the keying. I've got this ramp thing from earlier. But we just type in the word key, and it brings up key light down here. And you just drag it on top of your footage. Click on the screen color eyedropper. Click on the green. And you're thinking, wow, the key is done. If we flip over to this transparency, you can see we see through the blue and stuff. It looks really, really good. But when we put this hard edge on, I'm not satisfied with that. So let's go and make it even better. Where it says view as final result, we're going to change this down to a screen matte. And then you go down to the screen matte options. And we're going to clip the black to about 14. And what I did, if you can see, this white that's kind of like gray up here, and it shouldn't be gray. This all needs, whatever's transparent needs to be solid black. Whatever is solid needs to be solid white. And if it's transparent, it'll be kind of an in-between gray color. So I need to get rid of this white gray up here because this needs to be completely transparent. So by clipping my black to 14, that does a very nice job with that. Now all these settings you're going to have to play with depending on your shot, but the shot was lit really nice. Now on her bust right here, you can still see that it's a little bit gray, and this should all be solid white. So I'm going to take my clip white, I'm just going to drag it down until that goes solid. And the less you have to tweak these numbers, the cleaner your key will be. I'm also going to go ahead and shrink my matte by -0.5 pixels. And watch really close to what it does. It just smooths out the edges just a little bit. And we're going to soften it by 1 pixel. And that's going to be a pretty good key. If we go to final result, there we go. That's looking a lot better. And let's go ahead and add a background to this real quick. So we'll go layer, solid, doesn't matter what color. Go back over to your effects and presets, type the word ramp, drag that on. We're going to make it a radial ramp. And put that down there, and that up there. And let's do like it's kind of a sunset thing. That'll be pretty cool. I don't know if that's what our client wants, but that's what I want. Make this more orange. And then you just drag this layer below your footage. And it's as simple as that. This is just basically like a video editing timeline, but with a bunch of extra features, so it's really cool. And as you can see, we can see through her blue, and that looks pretty good. Our next step would be to straighten this all out, but we're going to straighten it afterwards because I want to show you another way that you might end up getting footage from people. We're going to actually import it here real quick. I'm going to go into my videos, and down here at the bottom I've got 2 shots. Cool, and there we go. So we've got the videos in here. A lot of times we'll just go ahead and start a new comp with this one here. You can see automatically creates a new comp in our timeline. We've got a video like this, but as you can see, if we toggle the alpha, there's no actual transparency to it. And what the people that make these things expect us to be able to do is to take this other shot and create our alpha from this. And you may be thinking, how on earth am I going to do it? Well, don't panic. I'm going to show you how this is actually really, really easy. All you have to do is stick the black and white image on top of your colored one. And so you can see if I toggle them on and off, the black and white one's on top. All I'm going to do is just go down to my track matte right here. And you can do this in most video editors as well. Final Cut, Adobe, Vegas, they'll all be able to do this as well. I don't know how to do it in all of them, so we're just going to show you how to do it in After Effects, and then I'm going to expect you to then take this to your software of choice. But just go down to Track Matte, and we're going to change this to Luma Matte. And you're like, okay, nothing changed, but watch if I toggle my transparency. Boom, that black and white image is now had itself turned off. That's what these eyeball switches do, so it allows you to see and not see it. And we now have video. Transparent video added in there, so that's pretty cool. So now we need to go ahead and fix the aspect ratio on this here. And yeah, you could sit here and just grab the edges and try to scale it out, but as you can see, it's playing with our matte. And then you'd have to go down and then go back to this one and stretch this one out and try to match it by hand. And if you don't do it right, it could be a big pain in the butt. So we'll go and undo that. I'm going to show you an easier way. And to do that, we're going to have to create what's called a pre-comp. So I'm going to take these two images, or these two layers, we're going to select them, press Control-Shift-C or Command-Shift-C on the Mac, and we will call this Keyed Pre-Comp. And hit OK. And now what that's done is it's basically combined them both into a new composition. In fact, we can open it and there's our shots. But now we can treat them as if they were one. So like if you're going to color correct it, you don't have to color correct each individual layer. You just pre-comp it like we did, and then you color correct your keyed pre-comp. In this case, what we're going to need to do is we're just going to go ahead and stretch it out. But first, we need to set a new resolution for this comp that we're in. So this is called Godiva Close. So I'm going to go here to this one, right click, Composition Settings. We're going to change this to 1920 by 1080 and hit OK. And now you're like, uh-oh, it's a lot smaller, but that's right, we're just going to go and scale this up. This is really cool. Check this out. I can just scale this to fit it. And we're good to go. Now we fixed the aspect ratio. We're now upscaled it to 1080, and our transparency is there. And like I said, if you were to go back into here and start flipping shots on and off, it updates over here in your other comp, so that's pretty cool. So, like I said, the big secret to using these is to just use Track Matte as a Luma matte and have it above the shot that you want it to show through. And as I said, I'm El Director. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Hope it helps you out. We'll see you next time. Peace out.